Olá pessoas, meu nome é Diniz and welcome to my Sporting FIFA 17 player predictions. So, as you can see, I'm talking in English, but I'm Portuguese. All of my videos were in Portuguese, but now I'm gonna do them in English. I think it's better for the channel, so just a little heads up, enjoy the video. So the first one I'm gonna talk about is João Palhinha. Many of you may not have even heard of him, but he was a very important player at Moreirense. He's only 19 years old and was on loan from Sporting there. It's just another product from Sporting's academy, just another one. And as you can see, last FIFA he was part of the Bolton army because of the banner. It's a flayed man and Game of Thrones and the FIFA 17 card. I've basically copied his stats from head to head from this season. Now William Carvalho, you English guys all know him because 2 years ago he was in every big English club to buy list. He then had an okay season and a very good under 21 Euro and was voted the tournament's best player. Unfortunately, during that he got injured and missed almost half a season at Sporting, and that had a massive effect on his performances, thus the downgrade. He slowly got better game after game, but never returned to what he was. Hopefully he'll get better next season. About his stats, I basically maintain every of them, just increased by 4 his shooting stats, because throughout the year he actually had some good long shots, and decreased his rating and defending his rating by 1 and his defending by 2. Now one of my favorite players, Adrien Silva. He's basically the heart of the team, he's the ultimate captain, loves the club, never gives up. And I just described an episode from My Little Pony, but yeah, let's move on. He has grown up so much in Jorge Jesus orders and has become, at least for me, the best midfielder in Liga NOS. I think an 82 is more than deserved, but I don't think EA is gonna give him that rating. Also, 60 pace is just a joke. He's obviously not fast, but 70 pace would have been okay, even though I only gave him 66. He also needs a huge upgrade in his dribbling and in general in all of his stats. Not talking about his skills, in my opinion he totally deserves 4-star skills, and if you don't agree with me, just see this clip.
Look at Randy Orton slithering.
Watch out, watch out, watch out! Oh my God!
And adding to that, he also does Ronaldo chops quite often in games. By the way, that clip was from a game Sporting had against Benfica last season, and believe me or not, there wasn't a penalty. The game just kept on going. So tell me if you think that's a penalty or not. Now Aquilani, I don't have a lot to say about him. He was always a sub because of Adrian's great performances, but he still knows how to play, and according to some unreliable newspapers, he'll probably leave Sporting this summer and will join a Serie A side. So the next one I'm gonna talk about is Alan Ruiz. He was the most recent player Sporting bought. I don't know a lot about him, I just know he is a good dribbler and in my opinion deserves a small upgrade just for coming to a European club. And for a 5 million price tag, he better be good. Mateus Pereira, he is another product from Sporting's academy. He had an okay first season, scoring 4 or 5 goals and had some assists in his only 5 or 6 games he played as a first team player. This will be his first UT card. He didn't have one last year because, as you can see, he was a Bolton soldier. Just kidding. His best aspects are his dribbling and shooting, and he's quite skillful. And he actually did some no-look passes and the Rabona pass in a game against Benfica B, but I just don't think that's enough to have 5-star skills, because I don't think EA watches Portugal's second league. About his rating, I think 74 is deserved, because I think if he had more chances to prove himself, he would have had a better season, but with Ruiz, Gelson and João Mario playing so good, he just didn't have space to shine. Next we have Yuri Medeiros, and guess what? Another young player from Sporting's academy. Whoa. As you can see, he had one hell of a season, scoring 10 goals and providing 13 assists. He was also on loan at Moreirense and was the most valuable player there, and will be joining the Sporting's first team next season. About his stats, I upgraded his rating by 3 to a 78. Like, I wanted to give him 79, but I think it was just too much for him. He had just one good season, so I only gave him 78. Next we have Carlos Monnet, and what a letdown. If it wasn't for him being such a man-child, he could now be in a team like Manchester United or some other big European club as one of the best and youngest players in the world. Our coach, Jorge Jesus, gave him lots of chances to redeem himself, but he never took them. Still, I think 74 is deserved, as he didn't have that bad of a season. Thank God Carrilho fucked off. After André Carrilho had a super controversial transfer to our rivals Benfica, Gelson got into the first team until João Mario changed from centre mid to right mid and stole his place. He also had a pretty good first season, scoring some goals and providing some assists. But most importantly, when he got into the field, he was always so electrifying, showing his best aspects, dribbling and just pace. Again, he's just another product from our academy. I just upgraded his rating by 1 because he was playing very well in his last 4 or 5 games of the season. Next we have Brian Ruiz. He's basically our wizard. He's just pure class, seriously. At 31 years old and playing like he plays is just amazing. The way he waits for the last second to dribble the opponent is just beautiful to see. He changes the pace of the game as quickly as, I don't know, Starks get killed. About his stats, I improved all of his most important ones, like dribbling, passing and shooting. If you're not Portuguese, you may not know this, but a lot of fans were raging at him, saying if it wasn't for him, we would be champions by now. And although I understand what they're saying, he missed 2 open nets against Benfica and Guimarães, that if they would have went in, it would have given us some very important points and would kept us at first place. But the truth is, if it wasn't for him, we would not even been able to get there the first time. Next up we have João Mario, and it's not João Mario, okay? I know it's hard to pronounce, but now you know, it's João Mario. And I gotta say, he's my favorite player. I love the way he plays. He's always so calm. He's always at the right place at the right time. And it's not only that. The way he dribbles, the way he sees the game, it's just, I think he's just a great player. And he's only 22 years old, I think. And guess what? He was from Sporting's academy. What? About his rating, I gave him a +3 upgrade from 79 to an 82, and gave him +4, 5 and 4s and 3s and 5s in all of his most important stats. As you can see, I wasn't lying. Like, the awards he got just speak from themselves. 2 Young Player of the Month awards, 1 Player of the Month award. Believe me, he was very good. So let's get into the next card. Next we have Daniel Plane. I don't have a lot to say about him. He played all of his games on Sporting's second team. He's a good dribbler, he's very young, very fast, and he will be joining Sporting's first team next season. Next we have Theo Gutierrez. He just doesn't know how to run, not dribble, and maybe not even playing football. He only started playing decently on his last 6 or 7 games. Does the little downgrade, not so little. He just had a very bad season. I hope he leaves Sporting. Next up we have Spalvis, Lucas Spalvis, I think. He had a very good season. As you can see, he scored lots of goals, I think 18 if I'm not mistaken, and because of that he had a team of the season. About his rating, he'll maybe get a 75, 76 card, I don't know, maybe just because he's coming to a bigger club. Now Barcos, or Hernan Barcos, is just a replacement really. He hasn't started any game yet, and he's yet to prove himself, so let's hope next season he does better. So finally we've got Islam Slimani. I think you all know him. He's very popular in England, every big club wants him, and that's not just because he's a very good player. He has improved a lot, seriously, but he still doesn't know how to dribble. It's so funny when he tries. As you can see, he scored a lot of goals. He's probably the best header in Europe. Maybe not, tell me in the comments who you think it is. So those were all the cards I wanted to talk about. If you don't agree with any of them, just tell me in the comments and tell me why. Okay, so all the predictions are done, and I just want to apologize for my bad English. It's the first video I'm making where I'm talking in English, but I'll try to improve in my next video. So drop a like if you liked the video. Do not drop a like if you didn't like the video, and tell me why you didn't. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.